how you doing? Pretty good.
How about you?
I'm very good, thanks.
All right.
So excited to be here in Mexico.
How do you feel, and what do you think is going to be the audience's reaction here?
Well, I hope people don't like it, what they heard tonight. I don't know, it's my first time in Mexico. Had such a great warm welcoming so far, and well, I guess there'll be some energy in the crowd.
Yeah. So a lot of people were expecting you to return. What do you think the impact of the band's return was like when it was announced in 2018?
Well, we were surprised by the feedback we got. So we didn't really know what to expect. We've been away for so many years. So it was a little overwhelming to us to receive so much love and to see that it's so important for so many people. That made it really worthwhile.
State of Deception, it's a great work. So what was it like working on this album?
Oh, lots of fun again. And we did it in stages. So I wrote most of the music. I write it at home. So I have a studio at home where we do most of the stuff. And then from time to time I go away with Roy. We went away in the mountains then, secluded from the world.
Oh, cool.
So we could just go inside our little music bubble. And I think that's a part of the process that's really fulfilling, when you come up with new stuff and you see that these songs really will start to work. So it's been an exciting process.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Are we going to hear a lot of it today?
We probably will hear a few songs, yeah.
Now, as far as musical influences, what do you, or who do you think are the artists that influence you to do what you do? What were your first steps in music?
There's a Norwegian band called TNT. So I was 11 years old. I think Tico was about 20, 21. And they started TNT. And his parents lived not too far away from my place. So I could come over from time to time, and he'll teach me some riffs on guitar and play me music. And so that was my first big inspiration to do guitar. And then met Randy Rhoads was a very huge inspiration to me. Then there are artists like Paco de Lucia, John McLaughlin and Al Di Meola that did this Friday night in San Francisco. That's where I really, wow, I have to do this too. David Gilmour, Jeff Beck, Pantera, Metallica, Queen Strike. It's a really, really big source of inspiration in all kind of angles. I think for me, music is not about focusing on one style, one expression. It's about to communicate what you feel and explore something with an audience. It's a connection in a deeper level than just words. And I think it's also very important with music to also explore the whole of yourself, not just a bit.
Now, when you edited Flow, at that time, the music industry was suffering a lot of very strong changes going into the digital era, or so it's called. So, do you miss how music was done, or what the music industry was in the past?
No, I don't. I think that there are good things, bad things about the past and about now and about the future. And of course, it's much harder for artists these days, unless you're Taylor Swift. You don't make that much money on the streaming side of things. So it's real tough for many artists. Luckily, in the metal genre, there's also a lot of physical sales. So for us, it's the best of both worlds, really, and new possibilities to reach out. There's new technology that makes it easier for us also to produce. In the 90s, we couldn't record the way we record today, so now we record most of it in our own studios. I think it's great also that the accessibility, anyone all over the world can access and listen to our music, which is fantastic. So I think step by step, things will improve, it will be better. I know, because I've also worked with this, that the big companies and the big tech companies and the biggest record labels, course, they push everything to their advantage. They try, and they make more money than ever.
Yeah.
But they also have great systems to avoid paying the money and then to the artists, so or to deduct and reduct it. So we're actually very happy now also to be able to do this without a record label. We're our own record label, so we have much more control. Money is flowing to us instead of stopping in a record company.
Yeah.
And creatively, for me, the biggest change has been because, for example, the orchestral arrangement on My Dark Symphony.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, I saw these movies, Mozart and all these guys. They could just sit and write whatever they had in their mind. And I never taught myself, I can't really write notes like that. So I was so jealous of them, like, fuck. But also I was too lazy to learn this.
Yeah.
But then with new technology, now I can sit and you can hear real time as you either play or program these things. And that has allowed me to expand a lot of these orchestral arrangements.
Okay.
Then I do everything from writing the song, performing everything, mixing it, and finally mastering it also. And that's also what technology now allows. That would have been impossible for me to do 20 years ago. We're very satisfied to do the whole thing.
All right.
Uninfluenced by anyone else.
Now, speaking of genres, progressive metal. What does that mean to you, prog metal?
Progressive metal to me, that is music with a lot of energy, that's curious, that's not afraid to explore new ways to do things. It's about development and energy. Yeah, and I think it's so important, to not have any boundaries. I think if you want to do something, it should be possible, and that's great within this whole progressive metal scene. There's an audience that's very open, also.
Now, your first 4 albums were considered as the beginning of prog metal that influenced bands such as Dream Theater and many others. So, do you consider yourselves pioneers of the genre? And did you make this music to innovate, or was it just a natural process?
Natural process, and just I went 3 years to a music college, and during this time we were introduced to so much folk music, different classical music, all kind of jazz stuff, and I was like, okay, we'll do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and then so it was just like getting whatever coming through. And that's what we still do today. We don't think, okay, now we're going to write a song as this. We just let the music flow, and we are like medium to whatever ideas that present themselves.
Mexico, Chile, and Brazil. What do you feel, or what does it mean for you to tour in Latin America?
It's fantastic. Love it. And I only been to Brazil before. I played once in Sao Paulo. So that was a fantastic experience. So I really look forward to get back there. And it's even more exciting to come here because it's the first time meeting the Mexican audience. It's going to be tonight to learn, to have some days also to learn about Mexico. Just feel the vibes walking around in the streets of Mexico City. I really loved, next to a big town square, the huge town square, right?
Yeah.
Behind there's this huge market, all the small streets with all kind of small. So Roy and I, we spent a few hours in this market yesterday and checking out local food and noticing that we're in a real Mexican. This is like as authentic as it can be.
Yeah.
And it's great to just walk around, feel the atmosphere. Everyone was so friendly, and there's some trouble with language. I noticed if I try to speak to someone here and someone passes by and they see we're struggling, they'll stop and help. Very friendly experience here.
All right.
And of course, to see the pyramids and a little bit of this cultural events has also been cool. But first and foremost, to learn more about the Mexican life, and it's such a gift. I mean, for me, that our music takes us here so we can experience this. I'll always be thankful. It's great.
One final question, which is, what can we expect from Conception in the future? Are there any sneak peeks we can get?
Yeah, well, now we're already in the process of writing new tunes, and as usual, we'll go with the flow. We'll let the music read us. We don't try to read the music, and I would guess that they will sound a little different again next time, as we normally do between records. It's hard to tell because it's so early in the process. So far, it's nice to write some more tracks. We'll see how much more we're going to play now before we release something new. So, yeah.
Well, great. Well, thank you so much, and have a great show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Con mensaje recibo.